If you'd all stand and have a moment of silent prayer. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll call the regular Tuesday, April 7th, 2015 Doddridge County Commission meeting to order. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes?
Yeah.
I have a couple of corrections.
Okay.
On page 3, about halfway, it says that we put in $110,000 per month.
Okay.
That's $9,500 per month.
Oh.
And what I may have said was $114,000 a year.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's $9,500 per month.
Okay.
And over on page 5, in the second paragraph, it says, but was brought to the committee, it's right at the top of the second paragraph, brought to the commission's attention that it was on the agenda adequately to vote on it,
Yeah.
but it's not, or inadequately, yes. So those are the only two. Not hearing any objections, the minutes stand approved as read. Next is public comment, and I just want to once again remind everybody, public comment is just that. And pertaining to a question that was asked, how would you know? If you see me pick up the gavel and get ready to tap while you're talking, that means that you're about to be ruled out of order, and either the sheriff or one of the guards will come and escort you out. Okay. We have Tammy Beamer that wants to speak. Is the...
I don't know. Is it?
Doesn't sound like it.
This doesn't include part of the 5 minutes, does it?
Now, this is a technical difficulty reset.
Yes. Would your all's microphone? Well, she has to be in. She's got to be in there, doesn't she?
What?
Has to be in
Yeah, she has to be.
Oh.
I go long enough now. Okay, this fiscal year's budget included $45,925 to purchase and train 2 canines and to provide for the kennel space, vet visits, food, and specialized equipment for the cars that they ran in. For the upcoming year, you have budgeted $39,171 for the canines. Twice so much if you don't have to purchase more this year. You know, the dogs were the bulk of the expense last year. What, twice so much just to maintain what we have?
Does either of the other commissioners want to respond? If you recall, during my speech about public comment at the last county commission meeting, I said it's for public comment. It's not for question and answers. Now, if either one of the other county commissioners wish to respond, they can. I don't wish to.
I'll do the answer, I'll give it to you.
Okay, you also budgeted $739,863 to pay payroll and benefits for the DCAA employees for the upcoming year. Since the DCAA has not approved a budget for their in-house as of their March meeting, and they probably have increased the number of employee hours with the opening of their transport business, are you comfortable in saying this amount will cover all costs associated with the DCAA? Will the commission request the DCAA to reimburse the payroll account for the employees paid when they are providing non-emergency transport? No answer? Okay, since the DCAA is reporting between $40,000 and $65,000 in income a month, and they have over $132,000 in their checking accounts, how much did the commission place in the county budget for the DCAA to reimburse the county, and what is that line item number? Okay, Beth, this one's for you really. How much was the payroll for March, and how much is the county royalty payments in the month of March?
I don't work with the AA.
Now, we discussed earlier before the meeting started about the correspondence. Wouldn't the emails to the commissioners concerning county business be considered part of correspondence?
I would assume they are.
Okay.
Mariana Barron.
Good morning.
Morning.
On behalf of the Doddridge County Watershed Association, I would like to invite the three of you and anyone else in the audience to attend 2 events we're sponsoring. One of them, our regularly scheduled watershed meeting, is this coming on Thursday, the 16th at 6 p.m. We have a speaker coming from WVU, Dr. Michael McCauley, who has done studies for the West Virginia DEP, and he will be talking about air pollution and other effects related to hydraulic fracturing. So it's a good opportunity for county residents to learn what exposure they might have to, and I think it would be a fantastic opportunity for our leadership to come and hear from a well-respected expert in the field. And the second event, the Doddridge County Watershed Association has been in existence for approximately 5 years. This is our 5th year that we will be doing a stream cleanup. And this year we will be meeting, it's on Saturday, April 18th, and we will be meeting at, I believe it's the Smithburg, there's a little rail station there along the Rails to Trails, and we will be heading from there, coming towards town. In the past, we've cleaned up, I think, and I didn't participate that year, but I think they did the stretch of Middle Island Creek here in town where they actually used boats, pull tires and all sorts of junk out of them. Last year, we did it along Buckeye Creek, and we've picked up tons of metal, tons of garbage, and we do it in conjunction. The solid waste folks here help and provide transportation for the trash that's hauled. So I think it would be wonderful if you all could join us. Wear grubby clothes.
What time is it, Marianne?
We're going to be meeting at 10, and typically we've been doing it from 10 to around 1 to 2. And what I noticed last year, because we did the same stretch along Old 50 or Smithton Road, coming from probably Morgan's Run, that the trash it doesn't seem from year to year that anything's been done. You know, although we see it hauled away, and, you know, we try to do what we can, but this is also through the big West Virginia program, Make It Shine, so we're trying to do our part. And it would, you know, we don't provide lunch, we do try to provide water. We do typically, the Solid Waste Authority provides us with gloves and those doohickey picker-upper things, I forget what they're called, as well as the trash bags. So it's a good experience to see what you throw out the window, where it ends up. So
Hey, Marianne, where we did the first meeting at?
we're meeting like at 10 o'clock.
No, the 16th.
The 16th that meeting is at the Doddridge County Senior Center.
Okay.
We've been very fortunate in that they have been letting us use their facility for our regular meetings. And it's completely free. The other thing we're also going to do, which I forgot to mention in conjunction with that, is we're also going to do a bake sale to try to help raise the money for the Shirley Volunteer Fire Department for their fund to replace the tanker. We did that at we had a meeting a couple of Saturdays ago where we had 4 experts, one from Duke, 2 folks from Downstream Strategies, and then Dr. Ben Stout from Wheeling Jesuit, that we were very fortunate they agreed to come from 1 to 3, that anybody that had water test results from wherever they were to explain what they were so that people could actually talk to them one-on-one. Many times when oil and gas does test sampling or water well test sampling, they just hand the person the results without telling them whatever it means. So we did that as a community thing, and we had a good turnout. We also did a bake sale then, and were able to raise, I think it was close to $180 for the Shirley Volunteer Fire Department. And the Shirley Volunteer Fire Department, because of the joint, what do you call it, Pat? They come to Doddridge County, mutual aid. They help a lot of people in Doddridge County, so we thought it would be a good community thing to give back.
Just to replace the tank.
They ruined one of their tankers responding to an oil well pad fire. And it was one of the few tankers in this area that's available. So that tanker is no longer available to assist residents that need help. The oil and gas companies have not been forthcoming with donating to them. They have raised very, very little money. So, you know, be in everybody's best interest to try to help them out.
I have a
Thank
question.
you.
I have a question.
I'm not supposed to answer any of them during public comment. I'm just teasing.
What time is the meeting at the senior center?
At 6 o'clock.
Okay, I have another question. What day is your cleanup day and what time does it start
The
again?
cleanup day is on Saturday, April 18th, and it starts at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
And it's at the Smithton, is that what it's called? Okay. So, and we'll, yeah,
Smithson Depot.
yeah, okay. That's in Smithburg.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mariana, and if you would pass along the county commission's appreciation for the cleanup efforts.
Sure.
The next person, Jennifer Payne. Let's see her in here.
She's on the agenda with the whole thing.
Well, I kind of assumed that, but there wasn't anything listed here, so. The next person is Patty Harris.
I was just putting the creek cleanup in my appointment calendar. Apologize. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Normally I'm afternoons, but this is different for me. It's on the thing, it's pretty self-explanatory. Jennifer Wilt had been put on the Blockhouse Hill Cemetery as one of the board members. However, because she's one of our AmeriCorps work representatives, whatever you want to call her, there was a conflict there and they felt it was better that she not be on there. So I would like to add our treasurer, who would be able to also handle the checking account, which would be Jennifer or Sherry. I'm very nervous. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this. Sherry Harris, and she is the treasurer. And Pauline Hall, I called her and she said she would like to just stay on, but that not at her age and her health, she can't do much, but she just wasn't quite ready to let go. And I told her that she was welcome to stay, and I'm sure I speak for all of you that as long as she wants to. And we're planning a board meeting or committee meeting, whatever you want to call it, at her house or West End, whichever is more comfortable for her. But I would like to leave her on as long as she wants to be there.
Okay, this is an item on the agenda, so we'll deal with it as far as any votes.
Sure.
We'll deal with it. Was there anything else?
Only that we need the minutes in order to take it to Cornerstone Bank, and I already spoke to Beth about that so that we can get that part taken care of.
Okay.
And one other thing, where we cleaned the Blockhouse Cemetery, we were going to get a chipper to chip all that wood. However, it's so steep, and to try to get it down in there, we've kind of decided we might just take a side corner that nothing is, and just like a small fire and burn that up. We spoke with the fire and rescue down there, and they said that would be fine. Would that be an issue with you guys? And of course, we would stay there until every ember was gone.
I don't have an issue, but I see Mr. Heaster over there.
It's fine with us. It's their problem.
I don't know which one of your guys I talked to, but I called JD, I believe.
Yeah, if you light it, it's yours.
Right. But I also told them that we would let them know the evening we were doing it, so that if someone called and said, you know, there's smoke, blah, 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 well, they know that we're there.
Okay,
So is that everything satisfactory to you guys?
thank you.
Thank you.
That completes the public portion. In the past, I have forgotten to ask county commissioners if they had anything. Butch?
Is it okay if we go ahead and go? I don't want to be rude, but we're cleaning the museum. Is there a problem? Do I need to stay?
I guess we can
No.
make
If I
the
should, I'll
motions.
stay. I'll stay.
Okay.
We can jump ahead there and put her on the agenda like right now and let her go.
We can do that. Let's go ahead with the, do you have any?
No, I don't.
No.
I have just a brief, I'm sure that there's those who think I'm Sergeant at Arms, but I do want to make a couple of public comments, or a public comment about the reporting. As I have said many, many times, if I say it, I own it. I don't have any problem with it being reported as I said it or as I did it. There's a couple of organizations that do that. One is the Doddridge Independent, and the other is the Clarksburg Exponent Telegram. They report pretty much verbatim. However, there is one other paper that's represented that does not. And I take example last meeting the issue of the DCEMS and their proposal. For those of you who were here, you recall that as Mr. Heister brought those up, I indicated that he should give them to the assistant prosecutor. And then I explained why. And in the newspaper, it was reported that I had folded up my copy and gave it to the assistant prosecutor. Now, I never received, I never touched. And I'm not sure what the purpose of that was, but I just want to clarify that I didn't receive it and I didn't touch it. The other was the issue of the library. It seems to me that it was reported that I had discussed financing and gave the example of $1.75 million financed for 25 years at 4% interest. I think that if you all recall, I just gave that as an example to show what it would be. The county commission never discussed financing, and if we were to do that, we would very probably be in violation of the prevailing wage agreement, because that 1.75 million is wouldn't pay for building a library at that rate. Anyway, that's my public comment. We will move